Hello, True Blue Oklahoman here. Well, as you know, the United States Department of Agriculture under Kristi Noem and led by President Donald J. Trump is cutting all SNAP benefits here in a couple of days. So let's look at some new SNAP rules real quick here. Now this supposedly only applies to able-bodied people, able-bodied adults, and of course they're going to determine who is able-bodied. But anyway, adults 18 to 64 who are not working, training, or volunteering at least 80 hours per month. All right. You don't get any more food aid at all. Otherwise, your food aid will be limited to 3 months out of a 3-year period. So if you're not towing the line here, regardless of your circumstances, if you're not working, training somewhere, or volunteering at least 80 hours per month, you're screwed. You're just screwed, okay? Waivers from states will be put, some states will have some waivers for certain people. Those are going to be few and far between, and they're going to be determined by the USDA. Let's see, it's ugly, folks. There's going to be very few exemptions given. Pregnancy, mental illness, some handicap, although handicapped people are supposed to qualify for this too. The new rules include this time, and it hasn't before, has included veterans, homeless people. Think of that. Homeless people. They might get $180 a month if they're lucky to buy food, and they're going to take that away. But actually, you know, on Fox they did say they want to kill all the homeless, so I guess they figured out a way just to starve them to death. Takes care of the problem, right? Right, okay. However, listen to this. The new rules include veterans, homeless people, and folks who have aged out of foster care. But if you have an unstable work history, if you have a drug-related felony conviction, no matter if you served your time or not, certain types of immigrants and asylum seekers who have legal, established permanent residency will lose their food aid. Victims of trafficking that are here under protection will lose their food aid. So here's the deal. Again, once again, they're stealing from the poor to give to the rich. They're taking away your food aid so the billionaires don't have to pay taxes. They'll use that food aid money to make up for what the rich aren't paying. And you're screwed. That's all there is to it. Now, if you're in Oklahoma, especially in rural Oklahoma, where are you going to work? Where are you going to work 80 hours a month? Where are you going to get training? What kind of training is there out there in rural Oklahoma? There's very, very little. And what, truck driver training? What are they talking about? Can you afford that? I don't know. Gosh. Apparently school doesn't qualify. Because I see nothing about, you know, being in a building of education, but of course they don't want you educated. So, but anyway, where are you going to find all this stuff? Where are you going to find the 80 hours of work, the 80 hours to volunteer, the 80 hours, whatever you need to do? You know, and you need to know this is all part of that big, beautiful bill that all these Oklahoma Republicans voted for. Every single one of them, and they're still defending it to the death. Hopefully they're defending it to a new job. not in Oklahoma politics. But you can't blame this. These two guys, Mullen and Langford, have been on TV the past couple days, blaming the whole world's ills on the Democrats, right? You cannot blame this. You cannot blame this, them taking away your food stamps, your SNAP, your health care, your everything, your free markets, your freedom of speech. You cannot blame this on Democrats. You can't blame it on Joe Biden. You can't blame it on Obama. You can't blame it on Clinton. You can't blame it on Democrats. This is a Republican fiasco created by Republicans, and they won't fix it. They could, but they won't. You might try calling them again. Here's the number, 202-224-3121. And leave them a message. Tell them you don't like this socialist king type America they're trying to make. Either you tell them or they're going to do it. We have to outnumber them in order to win, folks. And I don't care who you voted for president. These people are coming after your money, your rights, your liberties, and we need everybody to stop it. We need everybody in. Everybody, no matter who you voted for. If you voted for Trump, he's not doing what he said he was going to do. He lied to you about everything. He's hurting you right now. I'm not asking you to change your world. I'm just asking you to see what's going on. Give these people a call. They're all Republicans. Tell them what you think. Good luck.